Chamber. My lords, I also heed the points made so powerfully in this afternoon's debate by the noble and learned Lord Lloyd of Berwick. My lords, I'm glad noble lords opposite were listening so carefully to what the noble and learned Lord said, because this is an issue about how representatives are elected to the House. The elected House has spoken 3 times on this issue, once on the question of a threshold and twice on whether to incorporate the specific amendment moved by the noble Lord Rooker. In each case, the other place has spoken clearly. It's heard the arguments made in this House and it has given its response. My lords, I respectfully submit that we have asked the other place to think again, not just once, but twice now, and we've heard their emphatic answer after due consideration, after further debate, and increased majority in another place. I believe, my lords, we have done our duty, and we should let this bill pass, and I urge the House to agree with the Commons amendment. My lords, I beg to move.
The question is that motion A be agreed to. Motion A1, Lord Rooker.
My Lords, I beg to move motion A1 as an amendment to motion A. At the end insert, but do propose amendment 1D as an amendment to the Commons amendment 1C in lieu. In short, I'm proposing to add to the government amendment a subparagraph 5 that reads, the estimate of the turnout in England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland, published under subparagraph 3, shall be made available before any order is made under Section 8 implementing the result of the referendum, and if the total turnout in the 4 parts of the United Kingdom is less than 40% of the total electorate of the United Kingdom, the result of the referendum shall not be binding. My Lords, when I saw the government's amendment a few hours ago, I actually thought, because I'm weak, that I saw some movement. Sadly, that's not the case. I said earlier today that the issue of substance isn't the actual figure, although I've used the same figure. The issue of substance is the binding referendum for the first time in the UK. That issue is still being refused to be addressed. It's glossed over. To talk about previous referendums, not once does anybody address the issue of this being the first binding referendum. It's still the case, which is why I do not apologise for continuing to raise the issue. I had thought of adding to the government amendment, because I thought I saw a bit of movement, some words to the effect that the Electoral Commission report should be done properly, which I don't think it will be. By properly I mean meet the issues that government ministers have said from the box, i.e. take off the dead, the foreigners, the students, the hundreds of thousands of 2 addresses, all those with 2 homes. That means you have to go to every electoral register, not constituency, every register and double check to get an accurate measure. Now that's what I would expect the Electoral Commission to do as a result of the government amendment, but I fear that is not the case. But I would like that report to be put to Parliament and probably debated before a Clause 8 order, assuming there's a yes vote, is actually made.